Baba is alive and kicking. This is a statement that has been released by Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja amidst the questions that have been raised by Kenyans since last week regarding health. Yeah, Baba. Welcome to new episode of Real Talk Republic podcast all the way from Kiafrika Studios. Of course, I'm Arego. Over last week, just 3 days after Baba shared a picture of him, his wife Mama Ido Odinga, and his sister Balozi Wenwa, after Wenwa graduated from one of a prestigious university in South Africa with a PhD. Later, there was rumors, or there have been existence of rumors, or they says that Baba is sick and ailing. Even others parading that Lee Funeral Home was being guarded in preference of something sarcastic from that. But now, where is Baba? Baba is alive, ticking, and in good condition. This is a statement that have been released over X by one of the insiders or political analysts from Baba's camp that alleges that he had a communication with Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, who have assured him that Baba ako sawa. Now, previously, there was a picture that was trending over X and Facebook and even WhatsApp of Raila Odinga with one of the members of parliament from Nyanza. And then there was a caption of like, Baba is enjoying life in Dubai. But Kenyans went ahead and zoomed that particular picture till they found out that Baba was in one of the hospitals in London. Now, these have raised the question, do you think it's a strategy that Baba is working on to build on the attendance, Kenyans' attendance in ODM at 2020 celebration? Remember, the celebration was postponed from 10th October to 11th November. Is Baba strategically planning to increase the attendance in Mombasa for the celebration of the party's formation since its formation 20 years later? Now, there was a job. ODM had a bab written by Press Secretary Dennis Onyango, Raila's press secretary, then alleging Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua, and other United Opposition affiliates of saying Baba is in critical condition. Then Onyango said Baba is okay. Baba is enjoying life. And Wiper responded through their Secretary General Shakila, saying that whatever the statement that was laid on that particular notice by ODM, or rather by Raila Odinga's press secretary, was ill towards Kalonzo Musyoka. Now the question is, was this particular notice from Orange Secretary General, because it was replied by Orange Secretary General? No, for me, I understand that maybe in particular, ODM was testing waters with Wiper. You know, whatever it is with Wiper. And it was testing the patience at the response that Wiper will leverage to ODM. But this one has created a political momentum and campaign momentum for the opposition. As you could have heard yesterday and even today, Rigathi Gachagua in Ukambani saying that for me, I'm praying, not just in the rallies, but also in one of the interviews with one of the Kenyan's media outlet. He said, I'm praying for Raila Odinga so that he can exist and see 2027 as we wait to thrash them or send them home with William Ruto, if that is going to be manifested. Now, this one has created much of the agenda of the campaigns and the history building or history tracking on how the leaders coexisted with Raila. They say coexisted because they're saying Baba is so tough. Now, why is ODM Politburos and broad-based Politburos really defending Raila's ailment and saying Raila is okay and doing great? What's the reason behind that? Let me tell you before I dig deep much into the reason why they might be hiding from that, or not telling us the fact, or sharing a fake picture that they're existing in Dubai. Now, here's what President William Ruto lays his hope on. He lays his hopes on Nyanza votes. He lays his hopes on Raila Odinga because he fumbled Murima and now you have no hopes in Ukambani. Now get this. In Kenya, the second largest vote region, the richest vote region in Kenya, it is Murima. When we come to Kalenjin, then that is Rift Valley. Then from there we have Nyanza. Now Ruto is counting on Nyanza, and who is going to convince the people of Nyanza to vote William? It is Raila Odinga who of that. And if things, God forbid, happen on the stakes out for William Ruto, then it's going to be a reality before the time. Maybe we are all not prepared. Okay, maybe the broad-based government or the affiliates are not that prepared, but we're hoping that things happen much that do. Now, we are coming back to why ODM Politburos or ODM leaders and MPs. At one time before that, before Kenya zoomed the picture, they were saying, oh, Raila is doing good and okay. Now, what's the problem if Raila is sick, though? What's the problem? Everyone ails. Okay, Dennis told us that Raila have been communicating his health since 2010, when he was still the Kenyan's premier, and even when he was ailing from COVID-19. But why is not communicating about this one? He's saying he's not sick. Oh, Raila is not sick. That's the statement from ODM, and you should mark that. And he's doing okay, even confirmed by Nairobi governor. He's doing okay. But now, up to yesterday, some members of parliament from ODM are now saying, oh, if Raila is sick, after you Kenyans, you Kenyans are great. After finding out that that picture was actually a lie, that it was captured in Dubai. And women rep for Nairobi, that is this lady, Pasaris said that suppose Baba is sick, he's really praying that he heals sooner. And also from Real Talk Republic podcast and Kiafrika Studio as a whole, if Baba is sick, we are praying because we are waiting to see the formation and manifestations of 2027. So if that's happening, God, heal Baba. Okay, Kenya still loves Baba, and we still love Baba, and politics loves Baba. We need to square it. We need to see where it goes. As Gachagua says, we want to deal with Kenya's problem once and forever. We want to see how that works out. So, from my point, from my end, I will say, like, Raila Odinga have been a man of strategies. Maybe, what if they're really faking this illness? And then you people, you are creating AIs everywhere. I'll read you a tweet from General Miguna. There was first, before I read you this tweet from Miguna, kulikuwa na allegations. There is too much allegations that we are yet to confirm if they're true, that Miguna alikutana na Prezo. So, in his tweet, Miguna tweeted in defense of Baba without using the term of conmanship and whatever the dynasty uses on Raila Odinga. Miguna tweeted something here. He said, the thugs, drug peddlers, and AI-generated kingpins should know that using hungry bloggers to spread fictitious rumors about conman Raila Odinga's death and mythical meeting by Miguna will not make them leaders. It only exhibits their desperation and idiocy. Now, That is a tweet by Miguna, your five-star general, as he claimed. Formerly, it was claimed that he alishake hands na William Ruto, daughter yake akapewa kazi ya NIS. Yet to be confirmed, they say those are allegations. But on Raila Odinga, every Kenyans are praying, especially President William Ruto. Because here is the hope for President William Ruto. Now, another thing, I heard them say that faith once lost, or rather, faith once broken cannot be regained. Now, as Kenyans, Faith Odhiambo resigned as one of the committee members of that particular panel that was designated to fight for the compensation of the victims of police brutality, demonstration, and whatever it was that we saw the reality it was. Faith Odhiambo resigned yesterday. And now Kenyans are saying it is too late and it is too little for her. They're saying she could have just remained in that particular panel because she chose that. Now, why have Faith Odhiambo decided to resign at this moment or after these days and months gone? Earlier, after Faith was appointed to that particular panel by the way, is being led by Dr. Professor who's leading this panel? Let me check on the Makau Mutua. Sorry, the panel is being led by Makau Mutua. So this particular panel kulikuwa na issues that came forward and it was stopped. Yani functionality yake was stopped by the High Court, terming some of the ways in terms of that formation criteria was not followed up to. So Faith Odhiambo was having some of rebellion from LSK. By the way, it is LSK who tabled this particular petition to High Court, and now they're asking High Court to throw away that particular committee, disband it, ask President to disband the particular panel. Now, Faith, after accepting the appointment by President Ruto to that particular panel, received some of resistance from his organization, that is LSK. He's the president. Now, they were saying that she had to resign from the presidential position of the particular organization because of so and so, that those things that they mentioned there. Everyone is against President William Ruto. It's not in a bad way, it is on a factual way. By the way, that's the reason why Kenyans are really asking president, or rather saying one term. Or you have a reason why you're saying two term, but most Kenyans, majority, especially from LSK, have their own reason why they are saying one term. Now, the victims were supposed to be compensated, and Faith Odhiambo took that forward. Took the initiative to accept presidential appointment to that particular position so that angeendelea kufaitia the particular individuals. Now, Kenyans were asking Faith by then, but if you are really there to continue fighting for Kenyans as you have done before, then why could you just stay out of that particular government that you people termed brutal and other description that you can give the President Ruto's administration? Now, Faith akasema, no, it's a calling. Yes, it's a calling. And opportunity comes once. And now that one costed Faith, by the way. Too much rebellion from Kenyans, from LSK's organization, from team members. And now we were praying for Faith. Personally, I thought it was just okay for Faith because he's a Kenyan. And that committee was bilateral. It was bipartisan. It was not that partisan that you need to be on president's side or you need to be on Raila Odinga's side. He was taking that position of of Kenyans. Now, Faith says, what is her reason why she have decided to resign from the panel? She says, I have decided to resign from the panel because the High Court, this particular panel was to be in existence for 121 days. And following the court decision to stop the proceedings for the panel or for the committee, the 120 days will elapse before we come to this solutions to the particular victims' families. He says 120 days itakuwa zimeisha kama court itakuwa imekuja kwa decision yake, ama kama court up to now the court halted the functionality of that particular panel, and now if the 120 days are almost lapsing, that's according to Faith Odhiambo. So he says, I mean, from this analogy or from whatever she wrote in her statement, it seems like Faith is saying, I don't want to overstay in power. I don't want to overstay. I don't want to get, he's a Kenyan man. I think we should have people like Faith now for this essence. People who understand like too much of something is poison. If I stay here for so long, I'm going to be costly and not on the sides of Wanjiko. It could be far place, not like another governor. Governor saying like he has served for a particular Senate position for 2 years. 2 terms, served as governor for 2 terms, and now he wants to be an MP. Bwana choke siangeitisha hata rais ampati ambassadorial job ish if supposed to, but remember he's in broad-based government, so he's not sure with William Ruto. Let's resume on Faith Odhiambo. Faith Odhiambo, while resigning also, Faith gave out his particular points zenye alikuwa amefika nazo mbele za that panel. Now, I'll read you out on whatever Faith Odhiambo alikuwa amesema in that statement. Now, I'll not read the whole statement, but I'll read these particular fundamental aspects or prospects zenye alikuwa anataka come to the needs of the victims. Now he said in conclusion, hapo chini ya letter yake, you will see that one, it will resume for you. Anasema fundamentally we will pursue each other of the milestone deliverable that I pledge to deliver to all victims, including the following: memorialization of victims and publication of their identities to honor their memories and entrench their sacrifice to the quest for justice in Kenya's history. Now, number 1. Number 2, identification of unreported victims and tracking of all reported cases to ascertain that necessary interventions have been made, and where they have not, agitate for the same. Make proposal to the Chief Justice to issue practice direction to all courts handling matters relating to victims of police excess to fast track the hearings and determination of the matters. And number 4, mwisho, petition Parliament to review legislation on demonstration and enact provision for protection of demonstrators and provide for repercussions where police exercises. I'll read that again. Petition Parliament to review legislation on demonstration and enact provision for protection of demonstrators and provide for reparations where police excesses arise. Kamaliza akisema like, I believe that should the same persuasion be shifted towards the success of this alternative approach, an equally positive outcome for victims remains attainable. May justice remain our shield and defender. Yours faithfully, Faith Odhiambo, President of Law Society of Kenya. Now, Faith, do you have faith in Faith Odhiambo after resigning? Now, we still need faith. We still need faith. Faith did a lot. Now I tell you, Faith did a lot. So we still have faith in Faith Odhiambo because others are still having faith with William Ruto, while even Gachagua, he's tested Gachagua, and others ODM members are still having faith with Raila Odinga, and Raila's competitors are also having faith in Raila's, that even whatever happens and happens. Over Twitter, the trending is Raila, Faith Odhiambo, and the concern of Kenyans is Raila Odinga, man. I'll leave you with this. That things changes, things changes, world changes, everything changes. Don't complain of the past because change is inevitable. Till next time. This is Real Talk Republic podcast all the way from Kiafrika Studios. Dango, this is Aregwa.